Reebok is celebrating the 25th anniversary of this shoe, the Instapump Fury, and we'll tell you why this is one of the most important sneakers of all time. What's going on, guys? You're watching Sneaker News on YouTube. We're a channel dedicated to reviewing new releases, upcoming releases, touch a little bit on history, things like that. And today we're taking a look at the Reebok Instapump Fury Prototype OG. Before we get into the sneaker, just do us a quick favor and hit that subscribe button and we'll keep it going. Like we said, 25th anniversary of the Reebok Instapump Fury, and when we said that this is one of the most important sneakers of all time, we weren't lying, we weren't trying to clickbait you in any sort of way. These shoes are legit, and the sneaker has so much history to it. Like we said, it is the 25th anniversary, so it dropped originally in 1994. The Instapump Fury isn't just a sneaker, it also kind of pinpoints a very, very important moment in Reebok's timeline, especially in the 90s when they were just killing it. Reeboks in the 90s and even in the 80s, they were probably the #1 brand. They're the most popular. They're putting out some really, really good basketball shoes, and the Instapump Fury is probably their most iconic running shoe of all time. This is, of course, the Reebok Instapump Fury Prototype OG. Dropped in March, very, very limited quantity. From what we know, it was only 1,994 pairs on Reebok.com, and they were available at very select retailers around the globe. And this is the Citron Red. It's the original colorway. Back then, it was a huge change of pace because a lot of running shoes were like gray and white leather and suede. When Reebok decided to launch this colorway, it really changed like the attitude, so to speak. There was even some internal struggle, like the Reebok brass thought the shoe should have been like a gray shoe. So they actually launched like a gray version of the Instapump Fury at the same time. So that really told Reebok that, you know what, it was the era of neon colors and bright colors and things like that. So it came with like a OG style Reebok box, but inside there's a ton of details that we'll show you. The shoe, again, was designed by Steven Smith. He is a legendary designer. His name doesn't really come up when you think about legendary footwear designers. It's always like Tinker Hatfield and guys like that, but Smith definitely belongs in that tier of legendary footwear designers. He's designed shoes for Nike, for Reebok, some of your favorite New Balances he designed. And now he's designing shoes for Yeezy. Yeah, Kanye West handpicked him to design shoes for his future Adidas Yeezy line. So to this day, he's still very much in the game. His designs and ideas are timeless, and that's why he continues to get work, So Instapump Fury dropped in 1994, but as you guys know, Pump was a big part of the Reebok brand in the late 80s. You guys remember shoes like the Twilight Zones and the Omni Zones, and of course, even D Brown pumping his shoes during that dunk contest. The Pump was definitely like ruling everything. I mean, Nike probably even copied them with the release of the Air Pressure and the Air Force 180 pump, the Command Force. All those shoes had pumps after Reebok introduced that technology. But what made Pump so interesting was that since every foot is shaped differently, the Pump would insert air into a internal bladder and it would fit to your foot. Of course, you see right here, this is the pump. This is the valve where the air escapes. So you can actually like pump up the shoe and you can release the air, and you can tighten the shoe or keep it loose to your own liking. So it's still functional. Not that it's a self-lacing sneaker, but if you think about like a shoe like the Hyper Adapt or even the Adapt BB, it tightens on the midfoot and as well as the heel. So the Instapump sort of has that similar sort of engineering, so to speak, because the air can fill up all around the upper and key zones to keep the foot tight. Another very interesting thing about the Instapump Fury is the design of the sole. There's a graphite composite bridge that kind of looks like carbon fiber that adds support. There's the hexalite cushioning inside the insole, and there's the hexagon-shaped cuts in the heel to kind of call out that technology as well. The shoe was a technical runner. It was supposed to be all about innovation, but it became a huge hit in Asia. I mean, not many people know that the Instapump Fury is kind of like the Air Max 1 of Asia. It's just a constant seller. One of the most famous Asian, celebrities of all time, Jackie Chan, loved the Instapump Fury. He kind of had his own quote-unquote colorway or collab or whatever you want to call it, but the official name of that was the Hong Kong Handover shoe. Very distinct colorway. There's all these old images of Jackie wearing the Instapump Fury. So even that too, it just kind of raised the stakes for the Pump Fury. Over the years, it kind of quieted down. In 2014, Reebok celebrated the 20th anniversary of the shoe, and they did so many collaborations, a lot with Japanese brands. When you think about the Instapump Fury, probably the rarest or most storied one was, without question, the 2001 Chanel collaboration. Karl Lagerfeld, rest in peace, he selected the shoe to be part of his runway, He deserves credit for bringing sneakers onto the fashion runway, especially for Chanel at the time. So there's that gray and like tan colorway with actual Chanel logos on it. And years later, Concepts kind of revived that Chanel PE with their own take, inspired by that. The Instapump Fury, there's so much history to the shoe. It doesn't get the love it deserves. It still looks futuristic. That shows you how timeless the design is. And speaking of design, this shoebox kind of goes deep into like all the sketches and all that. Even when you take out the lid, it shows you a full, top to bottom breakdown of the upper with the pump bladder. So this is something like you would see in a booklet when, sneaker brands released sneakers back in the day. They would kind of show you this whole breakdown of the innovation and the design. And even inside the shoebox, you see all the sketches that Steven Smith did. And this box is larger than normal because there's actually an inside compartment that has not only a placard detailing the history of the prototype Instapump Fury, the Reebok Advanced Concepts dad hat, hashtag very rare, a nice little Instapump Fury history book done by our friends over at Sneaker Freaker. So coming with the sneaker is this dope hang tag, which shows you the full design. Each layer by layer, it goes through like the innovative aspects of each part. Definitely one of the best drops of March, will say it. It's not gonna blow away resale numbers or anything like that, but it's a dope shoe if you're a true 90s sneaker fan. So again, we hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is fun to talk about a sneaker that has so much history. So if you enjoyed it, just leave us a comment. Let us know if you want to know anything more about the Instapump Fury. Learn more about the shoe in the links below. Just do us a quick favor, hit that subscribe button, and we'll catch you in the next video.